students, and the concept of thermodynamics. This is the one of the most important concept in our MSET physics because it contains 2 to 3 bits in our MSET exam. Okay, this one is a large concept. So up to now we are discussing the topics, whatever it is kinematics or dynamics, work power energy theorem. These are all coming only 1 or 2 bits maximum. But here thermodynamics is contains 2 to 3 bits. This topic is a major topic which affects the whole marks system. Okay, so from this thermodynamics we are going to discuss majorly simple thermal equilibrium and Boyle's law, Charles law, zeroth law, first law, second law, and the work done for the different types of system, that is isobaric system, isochoric system and isothermal system. These total terms we are going to discuss in this thermodynamic concept. Okay, so before going to the deep thermodynamics, we just know what is the definition for thermodynamics and words. See, before going to definition, there is the analysis of this word. The thermo means in the Latin word that means heat energy or energy. Okay, and dynamics means we know that a motion. So heat is going to move one place to another place. That science is known as thermodynamics. Okay, and from the definition we have the science or the physical science which deals with the heat and energy is known as thermodynamics. Okay, which means the science which deals with heat and energy. Okay, this is thermodynamics, right? That's the definition. And now what is heat and what is energy, right? So simply heat is the energy form. That's the definition for heat. Heat is the energy form. Okay, then the unit for this one is temperature. This one is temperature. So heat is the energy form and the measurement of this energy is in the form of temperature, and this is the measurement only. This Latin word is important for our theory bits. Okay, remember this one: heat, motion and heat energy and temperature. Okay, after this we have a terminology on thermal system, that is simply open system and closed system. After that, isolated system. Okay, these are the simple thermodynamic systems we need to know basically. Okay, these terms are all only coming under basic things. Alright, so let us consider open system. So simply open system means a coffee cup or a sea water or a pond or river, whatever it is. The system open, which means the mass occupied by the system and the heat energy which can transform to outer area surroundings to system. This one is called system and other area known as surroundings. Okay, so these two terms, mass and heat energy, both can transform system to surroundings. That system is known as open system. For example, O2, oxygen, which can transform this bottle to the outer surroundings. And of course with the O2, some of the temperature or also heat energy which can transform also. For the heat energy, we consider the example of coffee cup. Okay, a coffee cup which can be cooled after some time. Okay, thus for the reason of transforming the heat energy from cup to surroundings. This is what the transforming of heat energy. Of course, some of oxygen levels. If you open the oxygen cylinder, that oxygen is going to the atmosphere. That is same thing. Okay, at the same time with corresponding oxygen, the bottle or the cylinder also going to be cooled. For that, both oxygen and heat is going to surroundings. This is the open system. For that, you can take sea level from the summer. In the summer condition, due to the high temperature of the weather, the water is going to evaporate to the atmosphere. That means system to the sea is a system. That system to the surroundings, that means atmosphere. The sea level was going to be small. After that rainy season, that same water with solids, containing solids, will coming again to the sea. Okay, this is open system. Now second thing is closed system. Closed system means, take a box simply. Okay, and inside is considered oxygen, but you are closely with the seal. The oxygen doesn't going to outwards. There is no any hole or any way to the oxygen, but the temperature may be cooled if you are put in the water heater, hot water. The temperature of the oxygen going to rise up to the 100 degrees Celsius. So here the energy is going to water to the cylinder, okay, but not the inside oxygen content. It can't transform. The mass doesn't transform, but the energy will transform one place to the system to the surroundings. This is what closed system. That means simply your water bottles and say other pots, whatever it is, okay. And third one is isolated system. Here isolated system is the mass and the energy both doesn't transform from system to surroundings, which means let us consider this is an isolated system made with the outermost layer, okay. This is the best example for this one is flask. Whatever we are going to use in the tea shops and tea cups, the flask of tea, okay, it is a isolated system, okay. After this, after the systems, types of systems, we have the terminology that is thermal equilibrium, okay. Simply in terms of equilibrium, there are so many types of equilibrium, that is mechanical equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, thermal equilibrium. In the concept of thermal equilibrium, we have the temperature is constant along the systems at any point, and the temperature doesn't change with respect to time. That is known as thermal equilibrium. For example, let us consider a bar. We have a different parts in the bar. At this one there is a temperature T, at this one there is a temperature T. All temperatures are going to be equal and constant. There is nothing change in this. And these are doesn't change with respect to time. Okay? These are doesn't change with respect to time. And this phenomenon is going to be thermal equilibrium, okay. From this thermal equilibrium, we have a law that is zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics, okay. So what the zeroth law is going to be stated? So simply the zeroth law is stated that if two bodies are in thermal equilibrium with the third body, that means a body A and a body B. These two are thermal equilibrium with another body, third one, that the body C. Okay, these two are in thermal equilibrium with the third C1, and from the case these two are also in thermal equilibrium condition. That is the last state. Once again, we are going to discuss if two bodies in thermal equilibrium at the thermodynamic condition, the two bodies are thermal equilibrium with the third body, at the same time these two are also in thermal equilibrium. This is what the zeroth law states that, okay, a body A and a body B, these two are common thermal equilibrium with the third body C. At this condition A and B are also thermal equilibrium, okay. I think you all understand. So this is what the zeroth law stated about the thermal equilibrium. So we can consider the example is simply whatever the two components is placing in the same panel or same bin, whatever this nuclear reactor, water and another coolant, both are in thermal equilibrium condition. This we will consider whatever it is at any place. We have the examples, okay, right. Remember the words for thermal equilibrium, zeroth law in our theory bits, okay, right. We have the concept of properties of thermodynamics. So for everything there are some properties are there. For thermodynamics also we have some properties, that is pressure, temperature and volume. These are the main concepts. Of course there are some more properties also there, enthalpy and entropy, like this some more properties are there, but these three are main concepts, that is pressure, temperature, volume. Okay, simply just we will consider simple definitions. Pressure is the definition by that load applied by area, that is load applied sum with the area, that is known as pressure, and the units is Newton per meter. Okay, that is with volume or with area, of course. Temperature, we know that we are already discussed about the measurement of the energy is known as temperature. After the volume, the content occupied with respect to some area. It's a three-dimensional object that is known as volume. So simply, if you want to store the amount of energy at a place, that place is known as volume. That energy have a some temperature due to heat energy, and how much of the content occupied with respect to volume is known as pressure. Simply, in some cylinders, we will store 15 kgs of gases, and in some same cylinder we can store 20 kg of gas with a high pressure. Okay, that is the parameters all are mutually relatable. These three are mutually relatable. For that relation, if you want to find out the relation between these three, we have some of laws are there. Those laws are, we can consider Boyle's law and Charles law. Okay, Boyle's law and Charles law is going to be states the relation between the pressure and temperature or volume, or else the relation between the thermodynamic properties. Okay, you can clearly understand the terminology. Pressure and temperature, volume are the properties of the thermodynamics. Okay, and pressure is the load applied per unit area, and the temperature is the measurement of the heat energy, and volume is the occupied object or three-dimensional content for the stored energy of the heat. Okay, these three are definitions. And coming to the Boyle's law, stated about that relation at constant temperature, the pressure of the given mass of ideal gas is inversely proportional to the volume. This is Boyle's law. See, Boyle's law stated that at constant temperature, which means C, change in temperature is zero. There is no change. That means constant. At constant temperature, the pressure is inversely proportional to the volume of the given ideal gas. Mass of the ideal gas. Of the given mass of the ideal gas. We are going next. We are on to discuss what is ideal gas and what is real gas. Okay. At constant temperature, the pressure of the given mass of an ideal gas is inversely proportional to the volume of the same gas. Okay, this is what the definition of Boyle's law. From that, pressure is directly proportional to inversely proportional to volume, and we can write it as pressure equal to K by V. K is the constant, right? And if you convert this to bring with LHS side, PV equal to constant. P equal to constant. K is the constant term. And after PV, you can write it also P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. You can write it the same term for two terms, two places of the system. Okay, that is P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. This is what the Boyle's law stated. Okay, then what is Charles law stated about that? Simply, Charles law is going to state that at constant pressure. Now what it is? At constant pressure. Now this time is pressure. At constant pressure, that means delta P is equal to 0. There is no change in pressure. At constant pressure, volume is volume of the given mass of an ideal gas. Volume of the given mass of an ideal gas is equal to is directly proportional to the temperature. Here the pressure is inversely proportional to the volume. For example, I will give you the example Boyle's law. If you consider a balloon of air, the volume, or else you are increasing the volume. Okay, of course the pressure of the inner pressure is increased with short volume. Of course the balloon is large amount, there is no pressure in the balloon. Okay, so whenever the volume is going to be increased, pressure is going to be decreased. Pressure is going to be increased, volume is going to decrease. Okay, and here volume is directly proportional to T. Volume is directly proportional to T at constant pressure. You need to remember the condition. Here is Boyle's law at constant temperature, and pressure at Charles law stated that at constant pressure. volume is directly proportional to T. You can write that volume equal to constant into T, that is V by T equal to constant. Okay, we can write it as finally V by T equal to constant. That means volume by temperature equal to constant. You can write it as same for that V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2. V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2. That means volume by temperature at point 1 is equal to volume by temperature at point 2. See, the volume and temperature doesn't change, which means same at a constant price. If pressure is constant, there is no change in volume throughout the system with respect to the temperature. Of course, temperature also constant. This is the Charles law stated. Okay, for this condition, you can use the same application, whatever it is. Of course, you are going to place a cylinder and there is some air, and if you are going to press that air, that is decreasing of volume. See in the objective type, this is the cylinder and you are compressed with the help of piston. There is some amount of volume, there is some amount of air inside. If you are going to decrease the volume, the pressure is going to be increased. The pressure is going to be increased, and both the reciprocal also. These are the properties of the thermodynamics basically. And after this, a simple problem in the previous MSET, we are going to discuss one problem. After that, we are going to forward with the first law of thermodynamics and the second law of thermodynamics, classiest constant, and another gas law. These laws are we are going to discuss. Okay. Now we are going to solve a simple problem from previous MSET exam paper, right? This is the problem we have from the previous MSET paper. And see, once an air bubble rises from the bottom of the lake and it is radius is double on reaching of the surface. If temperature is constant, the depth of the lake is question mark, and the options are 7 meters, 70 meters, 10 meters and 0.7 meters. So if you observe this one options that are going to be little bit confused. See 770.7. So if you are going to solve exact solution, you will find out the exact value. Otherwise you can confuse it from the options. Okay, see, the question is a bubble, water bubble is going to be from the bottom to rise of the surface. So this is the lake to bottom of the lake. Okay, so what are at this condition, the pressure which is additional of the lower height into density into gravity. Okay, pressure at a lower height plus HDG, P0 plus HDG. This is considered as P2. Surface is P2 and P1 is this one, P0. So pressure and pressure with the higher, lower height. Okay, these are the pressure, surface and lake. So the task is double on reaching of the surface, which means the bubble is going to be raised up to surface. At this time, the volume is going to be double. That means here is the bubble radius is R, and here going to be change is 2R is going to be doubled. Okay, so we can solve with the help of Boyle's law. What is Boyle's law? Is going to state that P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. This is the equation from the Boyle's law. So general simple thing is you can substitute these values from here the law. See, this is the P1 P0 and this is the P2. Okay, then volume 1, the bubble volume, that is sphere volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here also 4 by 3 pi r cube. See, here to here the volume is going to be double. See, its radius is double. So that means you need to multiply r with 2. So 2r whole cube. 2r whole cube. Here is pi r cube. Okay. See, now apply this in this formula. We will get P1 means simply P0. P0 into V1 means V1 equal to 4 by 3 pi into 2r whole cube. 4 by 3 pi into 2r whole cube. Okay. equal to P2. P2 is P naught plus HdG. P naught plus H into D into G into V2. V2 is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi into r cube. Okay. Cube is for only r, not for pi. You need to remember that. So now equating this 4 by, cancel the 4 by 3 into pi, these things, and r also. R cube. So we have 2 cube. So P naught into 2 cube means 2 into 2 into 2. That means 8. P naught into 8 equal to P naught into P naught plus HdG. Right? So simply 8 P naught. Bring the P naught to left hand side. Minus P naught equal to HdG. Okay. So simply 7 P naught equal to HdG. Okay. Simply 7 P naughts, atmosphere pressures equal to HdG. See here, the given from the problem, 1 atmosphere equal to 10 meters of height. Here 7 atmospheres equal to height. Here H means height. So 7 atmospheres equal to 1 atmosphere equal to 10 meters. Simply 7 atmospheres, that means 7 into 10 meters. That is equal to 70 meters. This is the solution, 70 meters. Here the B is the solution, is 70 meters. Okay. In this way we are going to solve the problems with the help of Boyle's law, Charles law, any law. Okay. So for the concept of MSET, you need to remember what is Boyle's law and its equation, what is Charles law and its equation, what are the terminology or parameters involved on the same equations. Of course, zeroth law and basic terminology of isolated that open closed system, right? Thermal equilibrium. These are the concepts we need to remember from this video. After this video, we are going to discuss the first law and second law, Gay-Lussac's law, Clausius statement. These statements are we are going to discuss, right? Thank you.